Most students are unaware they're playing out of tune. And in a lot of cases, even the director has become unaware that their students are playing out of tune. So why is this? It's because over time, we get used to it. One of my favorite teachers and best teachers of all time, Dr. Gerald Frank, taught music theory. And when he was teaching part writing, he would say, when you're listening to your part writing, if you hear an error, stop immediately and fix it, because the second time through, you're not going to notice it again. You're going to become desensitized to that error, and it's not going to sound bad. Over time, this can happen in the classroom. We start in August for most of us, have the whole summer of not playing for most of us, maybe a camp here or there, but a lot of students haven't touched their instrument. Tuning's not going to be great. Ears are not going to be calibrated. So if we don't do something about that, we're just going to get used to hearing that out of tune sound. There are clues within the physical environment that are telling our ear that it's out of tune, but over time our brainstem just starts filtering out those things, and we just get used to it, and we move on. Sometimes as a teacher, we have to move on. We can't sit there and tune a chord all class period long. There'll be a mutiny, and they'll come after you. We can't do that. There's got to be some balance within the classroom. So if that's the case, maybe we need to go from the tuning part of the hierarchy, maybe start working on tone development, maybe start working on values so that we can advance up into the area of tuning. So we start the year and we have a level 1 awareness of tuning. So what's the level 1 awareness? That is unaware. Students and possibly even the director don't understand that the orchestra is out of tune, and they're not doing anything about it. Our first goal is to move from level 1 tuning to level 2 tuning, and that takes awareness. It takes an awareness of being out of tune and making an adjustment to something that is more in tune. Again, it's important to understand that if we're using a drone, a chromatic tuner to tune, or some kind of computer software, we're going to be tuning in equal temperament, whereas in the physical world is generally not that way when it comes to our ear and the recognition of pitch. So I kind of like to get away from the chromatic tuners and the pitch markers and stuff as soon as possible so that students start using their ears to tune instead of their eyes to tune, because the eyes are really the wrong sensory organ for detecting errors in tuning in the physical world. So let's not go crazy with this. If you're teaching beginning strings and you're like, well, the teaching orchestra guy said that we shouldn't be using chromatic tuners or pitch markers, and you just take them all off the instruments, good luck to you. That's going to be a hard-going class. I mean, we could get really idealistic with this stuff and do that, but ultimately, if the students have no frame of reference at all when it comes to tuning, it's going to be very hard to train the ears and develop intonation by going from level 1 awareness to level 2 awareness. So sometimes the students need a visual reminder. Sometimes they need you to go and move their fingers so that they can hear what it's like to play in tune. Especially at the beginning, whatever is helping them create in-tune sounds, I think we should utilize and then wean them off of them later once you have already developed the culture of tuning. And again, tone comes first. If your orchestra is not playing with good tone, you can forget about tuning, because they're not going to be able to hear, and you're not going to be able to hear where the pitch is falling because the tone is so bad. The goal is from getting to level 1 awareness to level 2 awareness when it comes to tuning. Once your orchestra is at a level 2 and they start having that awareness, then we can get them to level 3, which is being proactive and learning how to hear the tuning mistakes before they even play the note.